Hey everyone, it's Sarah Oblak Spiker here with a quick message today. The bottom line of the message, the summary of today's message is that following your dreams requires courage. Turning your dreams into reality requires courage. And there are different levels, different layers to that courage, and I'm going to break them all down. What inspired this conversation has been a reflection over not only my own life as an international athlete, as a mom, as a business owner, somebody who has been through several transformations, and somebody who has literally created all I have ever wanted and asked for before I turned 30. But also as a reflection on just this past year of 2020, when many people would consider calling it unprecedented, extremely difficult, unforgiving. I personally, and I understand this might come from a space of incredible privilege, but I did make a choice to not call it unprecedented, but instead seeing it as something that I have been training for, I have been practicing for. Maybe it was not the perfect storm of all these elements coming together at the perfect and at the same time. But resilience and courage and stamina and just the ability and audacity to keep on going and keep on dreaming big no matter what life throws at you, that all I dare to say has been something most of us have been practicing and preparing for our whole lives. It comes down to perception. Speaking of perception, let's talk about courage. Let's talk about turning our dreams into reality, because interesting revelation for many of us high achievers, highly driven, unstoppable, powerful women in particular, is a realization that how we keep on going and we keep raising the bar, and before we even accomplish something, the bar has already been raised, the goals have already been moved. It seems like a never-ending game. But then when we allow ourselves to be still, to just be fully present, and we look around, it's like, holy shit, every single thing we have ever asked for, it's already here, but maybe it has not manifested itself in exact way we wanted to, or maybe it did not come through the channels we were expecting, or maybe instead of creating it ourselves, we were on the receiving end of it, and that threw off our compass a little bit. So that in itself, this stillness requires courage, because for so many of us, it is so beyond our zone of comfort to be still. And I'm going to be addressing this in a moment. Before stepping out of zone of comfort, there is actually something that has to happen before, and you have to have the courage for in the first place. And that is courage to dream bigger, to want more, even something different. And like I said, in 2020, a lot of those visions and ideas and dreams have been challenged. A lot of people decided to downsize them, to scale back on the dreams and ideas, to settle for less. I am actually here to advocate to keep on dreaming bigger. And if the goals and desires and dreams are not met, realized, don't scale them back, magnify them, amplify them, because chances are that you're simply dreaming too little, too small to actually make that big leap, that big difference. So allow yourself to expand that field and allow yourself to then expand those capacities to make it happen, to receive it. So yes, courage to want more, even something different, definitely comes first. Now we're talking about stepping beyond the zone of comfort and having the courage to do so. For those of us who are experts, for athletes at the elite levels, I would take it even a step further, and I would suggest that instead of stepping beyond the zone of comfort, we are actually stepping beyond the zone of excellence. And instead of zone of excellence, we are embracing zone of genius. Those divine gifts that we are born with, that come so natural to us that oftentimes we simply shut them down and sweep them away and completely ignore them because they come so easy and natural to us. So the courage to embrace those would be if you want to break it down into steps, that would be the step 2. Step 3 and step 4 kind of would be blended with each other, because it's the courage to persist and courage to surrender. And 2020 was the masterclass in surrendering for many of us, and the masterclass in being persistent, in building this resilience and stamina to persist, right? But it is a key component, it is a key skill, and is a key tool in order to turn your dreams into reality. Because oftentimes what we forget to notice is that while we're in the space and in the field and in the energy of chasing and pursuing, it consistently removes the manifestation of this dream. But when we operate from the space of gratitude and acceptance and surrender, and especially operating as if it's already done and we are content with everything that already is, that creates this launch pad that catapults us into bringing that reality into the 3D, the dream into the 3D reality, when it does come true and we notice it and we celebrate it and we embrace it. And then obviously as high achievers, we already are on our path to the next one, right? But the glue that holds us all together, if you will, the final step, or as the glue and underlining aspect of each and every one of those steps, is simply the courage to become the version of yourself, the person who brings this dream into reality. Because operating from the space as if it's already done is very different from operating from the space of current circumstances and making those decisions and processing your thoughts and ideas, as well as dealing with obstacles, right? So we are always in the process of becoming, but it takes courage to remove the hooks, to release what no longer belongs. Some clients would say to burn through and burn off everything and anything that no longer belongs. And that could be habits, it could be beliefs, it could be actions, it could be the whole businesses, the whole business models. Some would be releasing the circles of friends and acquaintances, simply outgrowing them. And that takes courage. It does take courage to be able to embrace the journey and immerse into this journey of elevating yourself to the next level, the truest version, and releasing, peeling back, stripping off the layers that no longer belong and they're no longer yours. Some of them were not yours to begin with, but that's a whole different conversation for a whole other time. So the final thought, the final word for this particular live stream, for this video, for this message is, again, turning your dreams into reality does take courage. And you already have it in you. All you have to do is simply remind yourself of who you truly are, and allow yourself to access that space. And if you do need support with that, if you want to shave off years of agony of trying to do it on your own, I'm more than happy to sit down with you and help you with that. It's what I do and I'm really good at. And if we find out that there's other resources that you're looking for, let me know. I'm more than happy to connect you to my network of resources as well. But the bottom line is that just thinking and dreaming about it is not going to move the needle. So you have to apply the actions as well as the quantum strategies, because there's a hard way of doing it and there's allowing it to be done. Two very different things. With that, I wish you a pleasant day, reminder of the day, wherever in the world you are, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.